powerful core team of leaders. I mean, the group of leaders on this call this morning, many of you, most of you we know, some of you we may not have even had a chance to meet yet, but this is, of everything I've experienced in my career in business, I've never worked with a team of leaders as powerful, as amazing, as pure, as wise, as intelligent as this group of leaders that we've worked with. There's never been a more powerful assembly of leaders than what we have. That's an asset. That's a huge asset, guys. We have equity. We have a community that owns equity in Endotech. That's an asset. Everybody has a vested interest already in the success of Endotech. We have a previous story that proves what is possible. Yes, there were challenges, but let's look at the good. We have a previous story about what is possible. That's a huge asset. And the reality is there's a huge need right now in the marketplace for something that is safe and something that is real. There's a massive demand in the marketplace right now for in the trading space, in the investment world, for something that is safe and something that is real. So as we looked at where the market is today, where we are today as a community, as leaders, where we are as founders, what the vision is, where we want to go, we recognize that there's some voids in the market right now. We realize the market doesn't need just another deal. They don't need just another deal. There's hundreds of deals out there, auto trading deals out there. What they need is something where the funds remain in your wallet. This was something we recognize as very important. If we're going to launch a new project with Endotech and we're going to reach extraordinary goals, funds have to be in your wallet. Instead of funds being given over, custody of those funds. And we learned this the hard way, didn't we, in our journey together? Even great projects with pure intentions, when the funds are outside of your control, when you can't withdraw at any time, when you can't see the live trades in your account and have funds in your own exchange wallet, people are looking for that. They're tired of turning their money over to blind trust to other parties, because that's part of what burns out these deals in the end. We wanted a model with no upfront fee. We wanted a model that was licensed and registered in the US. This is huge, you guys. One of the missions that we set out to accomplish in this next venture is to be the very first and only project to actually launch inside of the United States with a referral plan, with a rewards plan, fully licensed and registered in the US. And we've got a legal opinion letter from one of the top rated law firms in the United States, evaluating our business model, evaluating the updated laws in the United States. And we have put together a fully compliant, fully registered, fully licensed, fully legal business model for the United States of America. And what does that mean for the rest of the world? It means that we have met the stringent requirements possible when it comes to operating in the United States and globally. We're licensed and registered to do business globally as well. There's just a huge demand right now for automated profits. That market space, people want to put their money to work. They want to see passive returns on their investment, and they want to be able to refer other people and earn residual income. And so our mission for everybody to win with profits, equity, and income continues with a new business model that we're going to be pre-launching in September, and we believe we'll be ready to go live by October. We want to be the very first to offer US-based automated trading with a rewards plan that offers high returns to every member and high residual income to the community that builds this next project with us. We believe that we'll create the biggest income earners, residual income earners out there. And Dr. Anna shared something in a document recently that really grabbed my attention. And I didn't know this. The alternative investment market. That's what we're a part of, the alternative investment market, where people are looking for alternative investments, is a $26 trillion a year market. $26 trillion a year in the alternative investment market. And so we set a goal. From day one, our goal was to be the largest company ever in the peer-to-peer industry. That was our original goal. We believe that we have the capacity to do that. If we capture just 1/10 of 1%, 1/10 of 1% of the alternative investment market, that makes us a $26 billion company, $26 billion under management in live trading. And let me just tell you that the residual income that's going to pay out in this business model from this next build is going to be life-changing. Absolutely, in every way, shape, or form, long-term, not short-term, not a 5-year project, 4-year project, but literally designed to last decades and generations to come. The Renaissance Fund is a great example of a fund that has been around for decades, for multiple decades, and simply continues to grow and continues to take a piece of the market out on a regular basis, and a piece of the market share on a regular basis. We are going to create the same exact success story with an even greater trading performance than what anyone has ever seen before. And it's our time to bring Endotech to the world. It's our time to bring Dr. Anna to the world. It's our time to finish what we started. And there's a whole world out there. They weren't a part of the disappointments. They weren't a part of our previous journey. They're looking for something real. They're looking for something big. They're looking for something special. Most importantly, they're looking for something that is safe. And I can tell you that the model we put together is the safest model that this industry has ever seen. Safe from the risk perspective of what Dr. Anna's system performs. It's a high risk, high return environment, but with very strong safeguards in place to make sure to manage, to apply proper risk management. It's part of what the AI does. And it's safe from the perspective that we have partnered with a US-based exchange. And we're going to announce today what that exchange is. The exchange that we have partnered with is CoinZoom. Many of you have already used CoinZoom. You're familiar with CoinZoom. We've been doing business with CoinZoom for the last 8 years. Here in the US, when the government came after a lot of the exchanges in the United States, Coinbase, Kraken, for example, the U.S. government filed lawsuits against several of the exchanges in the U.S. There's only a handful of exchanges in the U.S. CoinZoom was given a letter that they were clear, that they were completely clear from all investigation, that they have all of the proper licensing, all of the proper registration, all of the proper filings in all 50 states throughout the United States of America. They came out with flying colors in a major way. And so it's a reputable platform. They can connect directly to your bank account. People can wire funds in and out of their CoinZoom account. You get a Visa debit card that you can spend your crypto around the world. But most importantly, it's a highly developed, safe platform where your funds will remain in your CoinZoom wallet. And this is going to be powerful. It's going to be a powerful story, something that's never been done before, and we're excited about that. So, Edward and Ilya, I'll throw it over to you guys before we go to Dr. Anna today. But we have a big opportunity in front of us to really do what has never been done before.
Go ahead, Ilya.
Well, first of all, I'm not based myself in the States, but I do understand, Jeremy, that this is a very historic moment. The launch of this kind of business model in US will give a lot of credibility, not only to Americans, but to global crowd, right? People outside of US. Even though some markets, like Russian market, for example, is blocked due to sanctions on CoinZoom, right? So, but in most of countries, people will be able to join. And this is unheard of, because I've been in the space for many years. Edward been in the space, yourself, Jeremy, also. We've never seen a financial model officially operating in the United States. Not only this, you officially can refer somebody to this model, right? So this is unheard of, and this is very long-term business, like you mentioned. So I'm very excited, very thrilled. I think all these 5 years behind 6 years was a preparation to this next step, next chapter, and I think September, October will be very hot months to start this business.
Yeah. Awesome, brother.
Yeah.
Well, the most important is it's 100% compliant. All licenses to do retail trading. People not investing, people not giving money anywhere. They just have their own personal account. Their portfolio, they can connect any amount they wanted to. They don't get charged. You don't need to pay anything for it to connect. It's fully available to you. But once Endotech makes any profits to you or to any institutionals or any other clients who did not come in through referral link, as the founders, we that founded Endotech, Daisy Project, we have 22%. We all get paid from the performance. So even if we're not part of it, even if you did not connect your account, didn't even got to it, as long as you still have access to your wallet, Daisy wallet, you will start receiving dividends from that. So that's the most important. And CoinZoom, I believe, Jeremy, CoinZoom was the only one who was fully compliant. Binance got fined, Coinbase, they all got needed to do a lot of things to that.
Yeah. They're the only ones to receive a no action letter.
Yep. So that's a very, very big deal. And we trust, we have a very good relationship. They can they can execute the trades. They can get us all, like with, we tried with B1, but technically they were not capable, and they're not, so far they don't have any licenses in the US. Being compliant and fully licensed in US, that opens up doors a lot of different countries. And then also we have amazing, law firm that did the opinion letter that we're going to provide shortly. Maybe you can read, Jeremy, maybe, I don't know, because it's not signed up yet. We should not probably provide it yet, but maybe it's a good idea if you think it's a good idea just to read. What do you think?
What's that?
To read the letter, opinion letter, without showing yet.
Oh yeah, we'll do that on a future call. I don't think we got, unless they sent the letter over this morning. They're sending it today.
Well, we have it. They just, the main lawyer, last one who needs to sign off, and that's it.
Yeah, let's do that on a different call. I don't want to take time because it's a pretty long letter.
Let them read it themselves, right?
Yeah, let them read it themselves. Yeah.
Okay.
I want to address something right now. I'm reading the comments, and
Yeah.
And let's have this conversation because there's going to be two groups of people, and there's going to be people that feel this way, and I don't want to call anybody out or put anybody on the spot, but they messaged to the group, so I'll read this message. It says, a much better way before you suggest any new things is to keep your words and pay out from Limitless, Atla, BCS, Daisy, and other promotions and then after promote any new projects. And this is where the moment of decision comes in for leadership, because we can wait for all of the past to be resolved before we ever take a step to our future. And sometimes that's the very thing that keeps us from missing our next big opportunity. Sometimes we can be so focused on the past that when a new opportunity and a new moment comes into our lives, we don't have the courage to take that next step. Are you kidding me? If we had the ability right now to access the funds, we would do it in 5 seconds. It would be done and completed if we had the ability in our hands. Second of all, with the projects that we've crowdfunded, those projects are in development. Those projects are achieving amazing things right now. Amazing things. Like, for example, Atleta and Blockchain Sports was mentioned. Amazing things. They've developed 13 powerful projects within the ecosystem and are preparing to go public in the United States. Like, big things are happening with those past projects. Anytime you do something that's never been done before, you're going to have challenges that you've never had before. And so we have made a decision that we can't miss this moment. And if you don't see the moment the way we see the moment, if you don't realize the market right now, there's going to be other leaders that do. There's going to be other leaders that realize the market right now is ready for what we have, ready for Dr. Anna, ready for Endotech, and ready for an opportunity that is safe and real. We have a chance to make a move in the market in a major way. And we can look at that opportunity and we can say no to it because there's an outstanding past. Or we can look at that opportunity and say, my past does not determine my future. And we're going to do something bigger and better than we've ever done before, regardless of the challenges that we've faced. And so we recognize that. We recognize that there's going to be people that are just like, you know what? We don't want to be a part of anything in the future until all of the past is resolved. We're not going to be a part of anything in the future. And you can make that decision to do that. Our core group of leaders, myself, Edward, Ilya, Dr. Anna, we're the type of individuals that when challenges come, we lead through those challenges. And when opportunity presents itself, we bet on ourselves. We don't let the past keep us from the future. And we're going to step into our future. And here's what you'll find. When you step into your future, the healing of the past accelerates. When you step into the future, the resolve of the past, you open something up that changes the entire dynamics of the past anyhow. Those that move forward are always in a stronger position, even when it comes to their past. So I want to invite you guys as leaders to recognize this moment. It is a moment to say, hey, thanks, but no thanks. We're not interested in anything that this group of leaders is doing until the past is resolved. We respect that decision. That's your decision to make. The other group of leaders are those who say, no, we came together for a reason. We found each other for a reason. This community was built for a purpose and a mission and a reason. And we're not going to let the challenges that we're facing keep us from our destiny together. And we're going to go out and become heroes in this industry that refuse to give up when things get tough. So, Edward, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I saw that message.
Hey,
I thought,
that's fine.
Let's address that.
Yeah, I do want to actually add something to this. The comment was before launching something new. This is not new. This is part of the roadmap since 2020. Before we even launch Daisy, this what we're announcing today. It was part of 2020. It was on the map, on the roadmap. So you already fund the project.
Great
Just
point.
use common sense. Makes no sense for those comments.
Yeah, that's a great point. This is not a new project. Yeah.
And I get some messages from good leaders. They say, hey, be ready to remove some people. I'm not going to remove anybody. You can write whatever you want. It doesn't affect if it affects somebody, but just use common sense. This is not a new project. Yeah. We're not asking you to pay for something you already paid. You already support this project, so you have access to it. You want to use it, use it.
Love it.
Anyway, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's perfectly said, Edward. That's guys, this is simply the natural growth of the seeds that we've already planted and the natural evolution of Endotech going to the world. And so for the majority of leaders, this is something that is an exciting moment because despite the challenges, we continue to grow. Dr. Anna continued to do the work. Endotech continued to develop and to fine tune their system. And today we have something more amazing than we've ever had before. So we can look at what we created together and we can say, well, let's keep it a secret because we have some challenges. Or we can look at what we created together, this achievement that we have together with Endotech, and say, hey, despite the challenges, we've got something really good that has happened. Let's focus on what is good that has happened, and let's go do something amazing with that. And that's what we're choosing to do. So, Dr. Anna, congratulations and thank you for not giving up, for continuing to develop through a lot of challenges. You guys have been without cash flow for 2 years. You went all the way to zero in the company reserves. You guys also were affected by the situation with the broker and the liquidity provider with the funds. It affected your business directly, your cash flow directly, and yet you guys continued to build, you continued to develop. You didn't give up on the dream. And for that, we are so thankful because so many people would have given up, would have just quit the journey at that point and said, you know what? Enough is enough, we're done. And you kept going. And as a result of that, you had a huge breakthrough with the event radar system. Guys, to put this in simple terms, most traders, most trading systems use either technical analysis or fundamental analysis. They either look at the charts and evaluate the charts, or they look at the news and events and what's happening in the world and make decisions based upon that. What Dr. Anna has created is a system that does both together. 150 plus independent AI agents that work the charts, that deal with all of the technical analysis in the charts, and the new event radar system that evaluates thousands of real-time data points in the modern news, announcements, financial markets, looking at what's happening in the world today, and then being able to bring that information, all of those components together into one think tank, an AI think tank, to make decisions in the market. This has never existed before. It's never been done before. This was Dr. Anna's dream from the very beginning, and that dream has been realized. So, Dr. Anna, thank you for never giving up. Congratulations on creating what you've created with Endotech. Thank you for continuing to believe in the vision that you have, and we're going to throw the call over to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I would like to start with a short review of kind of my view of the situation. First of all, I would like to acknowledge that the initial crowdfunding really allowed us to take a leap into unknown. And when we started, the hardest 2 years were about not being sure that the path that we're taking is the correct one. Will it work? How to make it work? So the first 2 years were incredibly hard because you're taking the money of other people and you're not sure that thing will come to where you want it to come. So after that, once we started to see results, once we started to see that we are right about our initial idea, I cannot say that it's hard from, like you're saying, that we started to have less money, but this is more of the management issue. We started to cut down the less productive quants and we managed. What remained hard is actually the situation because personally, I get a lot of letters asking for a return of the funds. I feel really bad about the fact that the project got into this phase and people had their money either lost or suspended. And it's very hard because I really need to remind myself every day whether I want to continue have it on my shoulders, this type of negativity and this type of issue, or to go forward. And what keeps me going is the fact that we did what we wanted to do. So from my perspective, whatever happens next, whether we succeed or we don't succeed as a company, we did what we promised to do. We had amazing vision and we achieved it. And I will show you right now the kind of continuation of the results. And actually what other thing that keeps me kind of within and to keeps me moving, that we achieved more than we thought we will. We thought that we are moving into understanding of the financial world, that we're moving into improving crypto, we're moving into this type of reality. But the reality came that AI tools during these 5 years became so strong that they helped us so enormously that we are now able to predict all the major markets on all the different time frames, and we have amazing results there. So me 5 years ago and me now is completely different professional, is completely different understanding of what's possible and what is here. So I would like to start with the fact that one of the main stones for me will be that we are started the evaluation. I will now move to the presentation. Okay. Let me just share screen. Full screen, right? That will be fine. Let's do this. Full screen. So important for me to say that the very important stone for us is to have our system evaluated by academy. What it will provide for us is kind of a step that everything that we did is now translatable into breakthrough research that nobody was able to achieve with no other tools. We see lots of hype about AI. Well, it's like go to anywhere and ask question about Bitcoin or anything else, and you will get some answer. Nobody is standing behind their answers, and we are standing behind every element in our technology with backtesting and proper methodology that explains why things are working the way they're working. And you can see at any number about accuracy or coverage or whatever. So this is one, and this process will take time, but once we exit from the other end of this project, I think it will completely change the dynamics of institutional investors regarding us and people, the way they understand AI and financial AI. Now, what happened, and again, that's like I always have these two parts. One is kind of really bad reputation because of this project, and second is really good results of the product and potential of the company. I also think about the fact that we cannot really wait, because what we achieved over the last 5 years, somebody else can achieve within the next 2 or 3. So we really need to go forward, and we see where we are now, but I also see the future. I also see what will happen next. Within 2 years, other companies will go into our direction, and trading arena will start changing. The institutional arena will start changing. What's happening, what we uncovered during this project, during these 5 years, is different streams of behaviors. And these behaviors, because of the AI, they will start changing. And we have to step in right now, because in 2 years, we will be fighting a little bit different war, because these things will be like, we will be fighting with different participants, and they will be behaving differently, and we will need to stay on top of it. So what we saw is that this year continued to perform, and I will address, I saw one of the questions in the chat. I will definitely address this question about performance, is that first of all, the disclaimer wise, every number that I'm showing to you is the number that was achieved on the real trading results, but it's not, doesn't mean that it will continue to the future, because it's past results. They're not guaranteed to the future results. But everything that I'm showing you is part of the real results, okay? It's not backtesting, it's not the story, it's what we have. So what do we have? We have this year that our 2 leader strategies, flagship strategies for crypto market. And again, keep in mind that in order to go to really large fund and to manage really large money, we will need to go to additional markets, and we are prepared. We have complete set of the strategies and of portfolio methodologies to go into bonds and futures and stocks and single stocks. So we are there, okay? So we're starting with crypto because practically this is the market where we have all the access to exchange, we have licenses, we have the story. To go to additional markets, we will need to do some legwork. We will need to do some connectivity and other stuff and licenses. So it's in our roadmap, but not in the immediate step. So when we're talking about this year, we're talking about results that are coming together to 47% over the last 7 months and 50% for Ethereum. And you can see that they are fairly stable results, very few losing months, and compared to the winning months, they are significantly less. What's interesting about this year is that it was a very different year from what was happening before because we decoupled from S&P at some point, and overall we have 80% rolling rate, so this is kind of expectation for end of the year, and 80% is above what Jeremy mentioned with Reset Fund. So what's important to understand is that this year was a hard year because, first of all, the volatility dropped. Second, the buy and hold approach would bring negative results, while our results continue to be positive. Okay, and what I want to show you in this specific example is you can see the quality of our decisions regarding to buy or to sell. Whenever you see the red lines going down, meaning it means that we took the correct decision to sell the market. So we sold the market, it went down. We bought the market, it went up. Same here and same there. And here I want to address the question of some of the people saw smaller results than what I am providing. And the main issue is that we had technical and operational issues. I would not go into the technical issues. I will not go into the technical issues and explain exactly what was the issue, but just imagine that you didn't take this trade. So your performance would not be what's on the paper, okay? The second part was with the new venture that we started to have it with smaller capital for the clients. We didn't want to risk it too much. And so initial profits were smaller. So you as a client, doesn't matter on what broker, you could see smaller results. And this is one of the reasons that we need as a next step to build the company, not only as AI product. We need to rebuild it because, again, we had to fire people, we had to downsize the company, we had to rebuild it from operational standpoint and from business standpoint. So this is the results for Ethereum. These are results for Bitcoin. We have a similar 85% annual rate. You can see the quality of the results. Had some issue period in the middle because of the low volatility, stabilized it further. And just one second.
I'll jump in while we're waiting on Anna. Maybe she went to cry for all those negative.
Oh, no, sorry, apologies.
Yeah,
it was quick, yes. So you can see the quality of the numbers and the quality of the decisions that we made. And I'm really proud of the system because the system is fully autonomous. It's working AI, and Jeremy said 150, and I tried not to smile. It's not 150. It's much, much more. It's only 150 initial assistants that we had. Right now we have module, like we have about 20 modules only for US economy, and one of the modules has 120 assistants. So it's a different story. To work with AI is really tricky, and you need a lot of help. And it's not only AI, it's lots of quant work, mathematical work. So the back end looks amazing. We have all the modeling done there, and this is the results. And again, if they look not impressive enough for you, kind of, guys, I think this is the best that I saw in very, very long time from any type of group that shows tactical investment. So again, if we look at the results, this is what we experienced from 4th of April, right? We had Bitcoin that went down 2%, Ethereum that went down 6%. On our system, we made 19 and 21%. Bit1 performance was quite disappointing, okay? And I accept kind of the issue that we had technical and we had partial allocation, so we were not able to grab the initial wave, but after that we had issues. So in order not to apologize anymore, we do need to rebuild the company. We do need to have additional power force in order to have all the technical issue ironed out and connectivity of the brokers. Okay, I'm trying not to say the words, but we need to have good connectivity. We need to have good system in place in order for us not to miss any trade and not to have any issues behind that. So again, we had these results with some of the brokers. With some of the brokers, we had less. In order to stand behind every signal, we need to not to apologize anymore for this type of stories. That's basically it on, let me do this, unshare. How do I do this? Stop sharing. Did I do stop sharing?
No,
I'm still sharing.
You're still sharing?
I'm still sharing. How do I do unshare?
I think you just stopped there. There's...
Okay, let me try.
Jeremy, we can go for somehow.
Share setting.
I can
I'm
take
kind of not sharing, right? Can you grab it from me? Because I would like to, yeah. Okay, so just a few final words. So what we see is that, Jeremy, you're sharing something that you need not to share.
Yeah, I was trying to cancel.
He just puts his...
Now you.
No.
Thank you. So to summarize, we achieved more than we thought in 2021. Part of it was because we had enough time, 5 years. Second is that we had AI technology suddenly stepped up and allowed us to do much more than we hoped to. And third is we really need to run, because where we're here now, in 2-3 years, we can have other company that is trying to run as we are, and they will be in somewhere, some other place, like some place near us. So we need to run now to start showing off our technology. It's not only technology that makes money. It's technology, I cannot say that it makes money, but works well in high risk, high return environment. But it's also technology that enables professional and institutional clients to analyze markets and to predict markets. And again, there is no similar technology in this space right now. So that's basically it, Jeremy.
Awesome. And Dr. Anna, those numbers that you showed, the rolling performance, for example, is that with a fixed capital model?
Oh, yes, I forgot to say it. Listen, I'm always showing the fixed capital without compounding effect, okay? So clients, what they do is they have some of the leverage, usually, like 1 or 2, so 80 jumps to 150, 160. You can have compound results, then it goes in different scale. So yes, it's purely leverage free, not compound results. So it's
and this is huge, guys. To understand that 80% a year without compounding is potentially equal to hundreds of percent a year with compounding. When you're increasing the amount of each trade with the previous earned profits, fixed capital means, give me an example of fixed capital. Let's say somebody has $10,000 in a trade account. That month, that trade account makes $1,000, makes 10%. Now the account has $11,000 in it. Fixed capital will enter the next trade with 10,000, not 11. And when 11 goes to 12, it'll still trade with 10. When 12 goes to 15, it'll still trade with 10. When 15 goes to 20, it'll still trade with this fixed capital amount, right? With compounding, it's trading the new amount. It's trading the full amount, the full account balance with the previous compounded results. And it makes a massive, massive difference in the long-term performance. And so the numbers that Dr. Anna is showing are raw numbers with fixed capital only. So it's important to know that with the CoinZoom partnership, if somebody keeps the funds in their account, those funds will automatically compound until they withdraw.
Yes.
Good.
So this is not compound result. And again, I'm excited because I now see the power of the system, not only with crypto, but all other markets. So it gives us the confirmation that our methodology is not crypto-based, it's not overfitted, it's not this, it's not that. So from the business perspective, we're now able to go outside crypto as well and to move there. So, but I am excited to go into crypto as our initial base, as our initial possibility with all the licenses. It's amazing to go as a licensed provider and to offer our services.
Yeah, it's going to be incredible, and funds remain in your wallet. The person can withdraw at any time. They can take their profits. They can take their capital at any time. A lot of people are asking questions about Canada. I messaged Todd again. We discussed with Todd a couple months ago about Canada, and he said CoinZoom will be reopening in Canada as well. So that's we're waiting on the timeline. We'll announce a timeline once we know that. Hopefully before launch, that would be amazing. But we know that CoinZoom was not doing business in Canada, but that's something that we're getting worked on. It's interesting when you look at the largest hedge funds in the world. They average the number one hedge funds in the world. They average around 50% a year returns, and that's with compounding. They average around 50% per year in returns. Renaissance is a great example. I think Renaissance is averaging 53%, I believe is the number for Renaissance Capital.
No, it was 60 something.
Was it 60 something? Okay, 60 something percent. And so, and that's with compounding, right? And so, to be able to show the type of results that we're showing without compounding is absolutely incredible. We really believe that we can compete with the largest funds in the world. We believe that with this community of leaders, with a business model that's literally paying back 15% of all of the global trading profits, 15% paying back to the community. Here's another side note. We're going to talk about the model on a future call, but there's going to be a lot of people joining Endotech's auto trading who are not coming through our community, but they're coming directly through CoinZoom. There's going to be a lot of people that are CoinZoom members. They're not a part of any referral network, and they're going to connect directly to Endotech's trading. 15% of all the profits, whether they come through our community or whether they come direct to the platform, doesn't matter. 15% of all of the global trading profits pay back out to the community in residual income. And this is powerful. This is something that I've never seen done before, where you have sort of this retail model, this whole customer base growing without any network attached to it at all, AUM, assets under management, growing, and that pays out to the community that is in fact building the network. So it's going to be a huge win. I believe that for many of you as leaders, I believe anybody who joins us as a leader and launches with us, it will be your biggest win that you've ever had in this industry. It will be the biggest residual win, and will be the biggest long-term generational win that you've ever seen. There's no doubt in my mind that what we're building together is going to be here 50 years from now, that we're going to be a legacy project, a legacy company. The day will come where, just like Renaissance, you will have to have permission in order to be able to join and connect to what we have. And this is where we're going. We will capture 0.1% of that $26 trillion market. And that will make us a $26 billion fund. It's never been done before in a community referral environment. This has never been achieved before. So we've got some massive things coming. Edward, I'll throw it over to you, man.
Oh yeah, which is going to be also good that with the coin zone when we're going to launch, there's going to be multiple strategies, and you don't have to choose the strategies. Is that right, Dr. Anna? They're going to be all strategies for you. So, for example, if you choose one strategy and the next 4 months that strategy might be not successful, but the other strategies are successful, so it will balance out, and it's going to be average between all the strategies. I told this story before we launched Daisy. When I connect to Indotech, way before Daisy was even conceived, right? My first 4 or 5 months, I don't remember, I think even 5 months, was negative, month after month, negative. And then I closed the year, ridiculous profits. So this is trading. When people ask the questions and say, hey, please tell us when are we going to start getting profits, return dividends? I don't understand the question. Just like literally, I do not understand the question. What kind of question is this? This is the trading. This is not, if you don't understand, don't connect your account. When you're going to start seeing money coming to your wallet, congratulations.
I would like to add to this is that I do understand frustration, because we are constantly frustrated when we see some of the accounts are not making the same profits, and we're trying to implement additional, methodologies to look. But things this, we have very small team right now that primarily working on AI, a very small trading desk team. And once we're connected to the brokers that have issues or anything like that, it's very hard to continue provide the quality execution. So it's purely execution issues that we are struggling with. So I do understand that it's frustrating, and it's very hard for me to make apologies for this type of issues. But
don't apologize. You don't need to apologize.
No, it's purely business and operational side that we need to improve. And for this, we need to become just, it's catch-22. We need to become a little bit bigger in order to be able to fix it. It's not as complicated as building AI system. It's really not, but you need. Yeah,
this is a group of leaders. Maybe there's some people are a little bit extra, frustrated because of the situation, right? Which is understandable, but maybe we should address again one more time about why Bit1, there was a question, is not executed the same. Like, it's a very basic thing. The answer is about Bit1. Technically, the trades comes in from Indotech, and on platform Bit1 doesn't get executed. Why? I don't know. We go back and we look and something on their side, the trade never got received, and the trade made 20%, right? We had this over and over, or it exits to like there's been, it's just technically they're not ready. That's what else can you do?
Yeah, that's where we're excited about the partnership.
Sorry guys, sorry to interrupt, but wasn't there also a situation that you mentioned, Jeremy, in relation to the difference, maybe if people understood the difference between a PAM account, copy trade, and market orders, and the slippage that was happening also, because Ethereum might enter a short at 2,900, but their trade didn't execute until 2,500. So I think if people understood the difference in the platform too for trade execution, it might help them.
Yeah, there were just a series of issues, and we don't want to go into too much detail because listen, we respect the guys over at Bit One and their vision and what they're doing, and we don't want to say anything negative. It's great, great vision that they have, but there were several underlying issues in their technology infrastructure that we weren't made aware of in advance. We were told differently in advance. And we were told there was going to be a PAM system, for example, and so on. But their technology just was not able to handle what we were doing. And so that's just, at the end of the day, it is what it is. So that being said, I can let me share a little bit of my experience. So I've been talking to leaders outside of our community. Leaders that have never joined us, that are friends of mine. And I've never seen this level of excitement for a project. There are leaders that are lining up right now to launch with us that have never been a part of any financial project before, because they were waiting for someone to come in and be fully licensed, fully registered, and fully regulated. They were waiting for the right infrastructure to be in place in order to be able to go all in on a financial project. And I'm telling you, there are companies. Edward and I had a call. It was our third or fourth call last week with the CEO of a company, 30,000 people in their company. They're bringing their entire company over to the platform. Their entire company they're bringing over to the platform because they realize how big this is. And so I'm just telling you guys, we're in front of, we know how to see market trends. We know when something big is coming, and we are at the right time in the market right now to do this. Another major project, we just see it all the time, major projects that end up having challenges, funds get frozen, people are losing their money, and people are tired of this. We're tired of this. And we, at Daisy had the purest of intentions, did things the right way with transparency, and we still had an issue on the back end because we were forced to operate in unregulated territories because the laws were not in place. Those laws have changed. We've evolved, we've adapted, and we have a fully legal structure where, listen, you can always lose money in trading. Trading can lose, but we eliminate the risk of losing your money because of some other issue, because of some bad liquidity provider or some bad broker, or because of some bad CEO that was running a pyramid scheme or whatever it might be. We have the most real business model that's ever been launched in the market, and it's going to be big. We're going to make history. We're going to reach that goal of 0.1%, and that goal of 26 billion. And whether you choose to be a part of this or not is entirely up to you. We're not putting any pressure and saying, oh, you need to join us. Listen, either you're in or you're not, and that's a choice you get to make, and we're not here to pressure anybody. But I can tell you this, we are going to lock arms with the strongest leaders in this organization that raise their hands and say, I'm in. And we're going to give you a chance today to say, I'm in. We're going to lock arms with those leaders like we've never locked arms before. We're going to fight together and stand together, and we're going to do what has never, ever, ever been done before. We're going to build something so special, so big together, that we're going to make history, and we're going to impact the world in a very special way for those that are interested in being a part of that. We've set up a website. I think it should be live. We set a forwarding to a Google form. If you go to the website, IamAllIn.com. It should be live now, but maybe it'll be a couple hours from now. But it should be live. IamAllIn.com. There's a form there, and this is for those that say, I'm in. I'm in with you. I'm in. I want to be a part of this next build. Reach out to me as a leader. I want to work with this group of leaders to go finish what we started. And there's just a form there for you to fill out with your name, your contact information, your contact number on WhatsApp, an acknowledgement that, yes, I'm in, I support the project. Let's go do something big together. And because we want to identify out of this group of 230 participants, We want to identify who are the ones. We can read from the comments that it's definitely not all of you, but some of you will see the vision of where we're going. And before we end this call today, I'll post that link in the chat here as well. But it's iamallin.com. iamallin.com. Edward, let's talk a little bit, because one of the things that for Endotech right now, we want to do a private raise beyond the opportunity. We want to help Endotech raise some funds right now, so they can really take their business, so they can focus on the marketing side and the business development side of what they are doing. We had a great series of calls with Dr. Anna as she shared, guys, we've completed the development. The development is done. Our budget's at zero. We're down to the end, and we need to raise some capital. Do you know any private investors that may want to partner with Endotech, that may want to have equity in Endotech? And so we decided to reach out to the network and say, hey guys, if you know anybody who is a private investor, $100,000 or more, who's an institutional investor who may want to have equity in Endotech and be a private investor directly into Endotech. This is not an MLM model or a crowdfunding model or anything like that. It's just a direct private investor opportunity for people that say, hey, I believe in this project. I want more equity in Endotech than what I have right now. We're going to launch a raise. I think all the legal documents are ready. There's a team ready to talk to institutional investors. So, Edward, do you want to jump in and say a few words about that?
I wasn't planning in this group because this group is not all leaders here. There's a bunch of people not even supposed to be here. So I would do a separate call.
Yeah, we'll do a separate call next.
A separate call regarding this, because there's some people, they don't even belong in here. They might be not even part of it. I don't know what they are, but.
Awesome. Yeah. Okay. Good. Well, we'll address it. So on the form, there's one of the questions there is, yes, I have some contact. I'm interested in the private raise. You can reach out to us privately if you're interested in being a part of the private raise for Endotech. You can reach out to us privately, and we can get you connected with Dr. Anna and with the legal team, and we can talk to you about what's available there. So. That's another opportunity. But guys, we're gonna skyrocket this. Look, I'm getting text messages. We're seeing some of the chat messages here. Thank you guys. Those of you that continue this, we'll close the call with this. We don't think for a second that we don't understand what everyone is going through. Don't think for a second that we don't understand the pressure of the Daisy situation, the blockchain sports journey that we're on together. We understand that this has been a journey. But we also understand that in life, things don't always go as expected. It doesn't mean you give up. It doesn't mean you quit. It means you solve the problem. It means you continue to go. And it means you accumulate your assets, and you bring your assets together, and you go do what you set out to do to begin with. You never give up on the dream. You never give up on the mission. And we're just not giving up. We're not giving up. We're still here. We're still here. We get the text messages. We get the phone calls. We get the threats. We get the emails. We know what it is to go through challenges that you've gone through. We have gone through them together with you. We're all in the same boat together. And we're inviting you to follow our leadership, follow our lead in how we deal with those challenges. We're not giving up. We're not losing the vision. We're not letting go of the mission. We are here to do what has never, ever been done before, and to finish what we started. And Edward, I'm going to close with repeating what you said earlier, and I love it. This is not a new project. This is the project that we launched in 2021. It's not a new project. We launched a crowdfunding project in 2021 to crowdfund Endotech's development of the AI. The mission from the very beginning in 2021 was to create a fund model where we can reach the world, we can reach the masses and bring Endotech to the world. And here we are 5 years later, achieving that result. So our gratitude to you as leaders is just through the roof. It's very hard for me to get off of a lot of phone calls without tears in my eyes. Many of you have experienced that, where I'm on the phone with leaders and it just brings tears to my eyes. Just makes me tears of gratitude, tears of thanksgiving that we have such a strong community of leaders that continue to stand with the vision and stand united. So thank you to each and every one of you. Thank you for believing in us, for not giving up, for being a part of this family, of this community, of this mission. And it's going to be exciting because people are going to see dividends. They're going to see returns. They have equity in Endotech. So even if they choose to not participate in this next project, which in my opinion, they'd be crazy to choose, but if you choose not to participate in this next project, you still have an opportunity to earn dividends from the equity that you have in Endotech. So great opportunity there for all of us, whether we're in or not in, great opportunity to win together. But for those of us that are in, let's go break records. Let's go do what's never been done before, and let's go make history together. So if the website, I've seen some messages that the link's not working yet, it's forwarded to a Google form. So sometimes it takes, I re-updated that forward this morning. So sometimes it takes a couple of hours for the forwarding to kick in on GoDaddy. So if the link's not working now, we'll post it in the group, and it'll be working within the next couple of hours. So if you're a payset, if you're a legend, maybe we got time for 2 or 3. I'd love to hear from a handful of our legends to jump in, just to share your energy with us, your vision with us here today. So does anybody want to unmute themselves and just
I'm legend. Can I?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I just want to add something, guys. There's belief in Endotech, and belief comes from information. So I have enough information of the product, the development, that when Endotech last year came to the point when came to the zero and no more able to pay their employees, I personally stepped in with my personal funds. I never planned to tell this to anyone, but I just wanted you guys to know. Personally, from last year till today, I'm supporting. Why? Because I have information. I would be stupid to do that if I didn't believe in it, if I had doubts in it. So that's it. Dr. Enemy, Jeremy, Ilya, you guys can testify that, but
Yeah, I just don't testify. I'm just really grateful for both community and Edward for supporting our vision and our development. So again, really hope that we will be able to share not only issues, but also the great news once we start to become the business and not only the development company.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm looking through some of the chat messages. We plan to pre-launch this project in September. So we'll do a pre-launch in September. The back office is being developed right now, and we plan on going fully live in October. So what pre-launch will allow people to do is position your teams, get in position, get structured, get people enrolled in the system, get everything set up. They can set up their CoinZoom account. If they don't have one set up already, they can get everything ready. And then our goal is to go live in October. Our goal is to go live as soon as possible, but we want to have a pre-launch period so that we get everybody organized, get the team structured and in place, and all of that taken care of. So I want to invite a couple of our leaders. I won't call you out by name, but a couple of the leaders that are excited about where we're going to jump in and share a few words with us.
she looks excited. Tomomi.
All right, we'll start with Tomomi.
Sorry putting you on the spot.
I'm so excited. Like, I know many like auto trading platform. I don't use much, but Endotech, the history, like over 30 years, something, it's no funds melted. Like, that is one of the best things Endotech has. Like, that is Dr. Anna's history. So amazing. There are no competition I believe. Super! I was so happy to see you, Dr. Anna.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me too. Me too. Pleasure seeing you.
Avinash just enter into room. I think you confused for the time 1 hour later.
No, he was there. He was there.
Let's put him on the spot, Avi.
He was there in the beginning.
I see.
Hey, Avi.
Hey, Jeremy. Hey, Edward. Sorry, I was driving for a bad connection. I jumped off. I managed to get back home in time to jump back in.
I thought you just
so
joined and I go like, let me put him on a spot. And I can only do that to a friend that I really like.
Hey, no problem at all. Look, I missed a good part of it, but I caught the initial part. I saw the messages and everything. Look, I respect everyone's opinion personally, and I understand the frustration. It has not been the smoothest of journey. But, I look back at all success stories. They all had a lot of challenges. Many of you probably don't know, there's a saying that I like to say, most people focus on the glory. And I teach this to my kids. You see a successful person, you see an entrepreneur, people talk about, the success of Facebook, the success of Amazon. Everyone looks at the glory, but no one pays attention to the story. So I have a saying I teach my kids, do not watch the glory, learn the story. Because the story will tell you how they got there. It's easy to watch, hey, Amazon, the owner is a billionaire, he's created so much money. Great. It's great to watch. And that's what most people focus on. When you hear people talk about the story of Jeff Bezos, of Facebook, of Apple, they only talk about the success part. But when you go and learn about the story of how they got there, that's where you learn all the challenges they had to face and how they overcome it to get there. I'm not saying, hey, everything is perfect. By far, I get it. We've had challenges, there are challenges. But if you're telling me we have Endotech who is ready to perform, is performing, we have the right exchange, which is fully licensed, regulated, even in the US. For me, I'm seeing this as a big plus. Even if you're sitting here and you're not happy about anything, fair enough. Well, just sit back and wait for your dividends to drop. It's a win-win situation. So I get the frustration. I have been frustrated time and time again myself, just to be very candid. But it is the reality of how a business moves forward through challenges, through ups and downs. So, I'm here. I'm excited for the future. I'm looking forward to do everything we can. And like I said in the message, this could be the solution we're all looking for all the other challenges we have.
Yeah.
Hey guys, it's Bryn here. I completely resonate with what Avi is saying. And myself and Susan, from day one in our community, we always said that the primary long-term win here, if you have a long-term time horizon, was always going to be the ownership in equity in Endotech. This was equity crowdfunding. If you go to Seed Invest, Kickstarter, Indiegogo, Start Engine, a lot of them, all you get is maybe an autographed mug or something. By the end, you don't get a lot of benefits. Long term, to have a SaaS company that's at the bleeding edge of this kind of technology, whether it took 10 years, who cares? Yes, I know it's disappointing that the test fund that we were using to develop the technology hasn't quite gone to plan. But yeah, even if you sit back, if we can collectively, with private equity, with private investment, and as a group publicly, with regulated brokers that's built to last, build up the amount of capital that's being traded, then as owners, that is the most plausible, most highly probable way for us all to win and to be compensated and reimbursed long term. So for me, I think it's a great direction that, and I completely agree with what Edward said. This isn't another launch. This isn't another project. This was always in the roadmap. This was even before Daisy launched. The idea was to develop something, take it to fruition, refine it, perfect it, and then once it was ready for the marketplace, to get the exposure to put it out there to the world, and that's what's happening. So nothing has changed.
Yeah, that's awesome, Bram. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, to add on top of that, as a SaaS company, Brand, like I've been in the space for about 25 years, working with various private equity deals. And when you look at a SaaS company, software as a service, it typically takes 7 to 10 years for those companies to start generating profits. That's just my experience, quite a while. So here we are in our, in our finishing off our, 6th year. But I think Dr. Anna's vision and our founders' vision of what they could expect to see going forward was very clear, right from the very start. You made it very clear of what your vision was, and here we are now, ready with Dr. Anna to go into the hypersphere. I love it. And I'm all in, guys. Thank you for staying the course and believing that what we have available is a good thing for us. It's not just a fly-by-night operation. It's something that's been carefully managed, so to speak, carefully executed. Yeah, there were some bumps along the way, but and I also respect the people that are really frustrated here. I've had that same frustration from time to time, but just know that there are good things coming in the very near future, and I appreciate all of you for staying the course and not venturing off into another deal that may not have been the, I guess you could say, the replacement option, so to speak, that some people have hoped that they might find, but I certainly wasn't looking for that, and I'm glad that I stuck it out here for as long as I did. Appreciate you guys.
Hypersphere, I like that, Brian. Going to the
Hello,
hypersphere.
guys. Do you hear me?
Yes.
Oh. It's gone too many years. How we said in post-Soviet Union territories, how much summers, how much winters is gone already since last long conversation. I mean, I'm really excited to be here and to be with you guys since the first very day of Daisy being, which had been in 2020. And as some of you can know, I'm getting my CMT Association certificate, which is a technical analyst certificate for those who are running hedge funds or consult hedge funds. So I'm pretty related to Dr. Anna workspace. And I'm pretty excited right now of learning Perry Kaufman work, which is about system trading and creating system trading. I believe that Dr. Anna Baker knows him for sure. This is not really famous person in like common sense, but he's running like tens of $billions of money, of hedge funds money. He is not public person. He is giving interviews maybe 1 or 2 times yearly, and it gains like 800 views, not 1,000 just views, like 700 or 800 views, because the topic is really complicated, and what Anna Baker and her team is doing right now, it's amazing. And I completely understand the system and what is she and her team, what they are doing right now, and it is great. And we just need to be passionate with it, and how to, sorry for my English, this word. We need just to wait a little bit more, and we need to believe, and we need to give the chance for the system what Dr. Anna Baker created, because it is not something like you can create and run at once. You need time. You need to test. You need to go on to some obstacles, and if you will be persistent, you you have the most probabilities to reach your goal. So I see that many of you guys, as me as well, are here, and many of you are ready to go further. So let's go and get our goal.
Edward, your English is amazing. If you guys remember, he did not speak English at all when we started, at all. He put a goal to learn English, and then next event he came out and speaks English, and now he's like American.
Thank
Way
you.
to go, Edward.
He's a native American now. Next time you see him, he's going to be with Indians.
Thank you.
I love it. All right.
By the way,
Pizza, you want to
Jeremy,
oh, go ahead.
maybe he reminded me something, and you remind me something. Maybe Dr. Anna can quickly say we do work right now with one of university. The process started that are actually researching her development, and there's going to be a third party, and this is nation in the U.S. It's one of the I don't want to name it yet until we have it. From which university it is, but this is going to be a pretty big deal too to have it, especially.
Yeah,
you might want to.
Yeah, just to mention it, I tell you, one of the main questions that we are facing right now is that how much to disclose and whether to have it like evaluated as more of the black box, some of the parts, or to completely have the open approach. So this is our main question, and I think we'll decide somewhere in the middle, and we need to decide for so many different parts of the system where to draw the line. So we'll not disclose what exactly we did, but to be interesting enough to have it, as part of the knowledge and research kind of open side of the story. So I do believe that it will change the way we are perceived by institutional investors, because it's not only the results, it's always also the way that you discover the fintech story, that you discover the AI story. That's not too many successes right now with AI. Like AI have been lots of marketing style success, but not the result success. And this is the first time that we are succeeding with AI. So it will be extremely interesting to see the final outcome of this project, where we'll kind of it's once the academic side accepts us, it will be very interesting to see the uptake after that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Jeremy, one more thing. I see the question is actually really great about the structure. People were asking, is it the same as Daisy or what? I think it's going to take like a minute to cover.
Yeah. Well, yes. People will have to re-enroll. Yeah, because we don't have a traditional database in Daisy. People will have to re-enroll, and you'll have to get your link out, and people will re-enroll on the new platform. We're not announcing the name yet of the next project. We're going to announce the brand and the name and the website and all that in the very near future. But you'll go to the website, and you'll have a referral link, and they'll just enroll.
But just to make it clear, the Daisy part that you had your structure, you had your, I guess there's going to be a website soon where you see all your shares of equity, and the dividends is going to be paid according to your shares. So once we launch, even if you're not part of it, even if you're the most hateful of us in the project and you doing this and that, we cannot kick you out. The system is still there. Smart contract is there. There's no way for us to take it out. I wish we could. Really, I wish we could, but we can't. So, and also, I hope everybody keeps their wallets safe, because you will start receiving dividends once the profits are going to start. And I know there's going to be a day when it's going to start. It might be not the first month, but once it's going to start operating and making profits, there's going to be, after the profits, there's going to be dividends.
Awesome. Ivica, you want to close us out today?
Yeah, maybe. You know that if somebody is disappointed here, I can be disappointed so much. But I decided, that I will never be a negative person. And also, because of the situation, I learned to build so high wall that the negative person cannot climb on that wall, and they all just fall down. And I don't care who and what they think. I always believe in the project. I also know what is the situation when you invest in something. Here in brick and mortar business, I invested and I'm waiting for 10 years. And maybe next year I will start to receive first dividends because I'm shareholder. So we always need a time. And this is not the new project, maybe the new project inside the old project, like Edward said, that it is just a continuation of everything that what you are doing, and then Dr. Anna Becker with the Endotech. My account on Kraken is now working good, thanks God, on Ethereum Alpha. From May 15th started to working correctly. So at the end, I think that everybody needs to look back, and we had a 3 year of success when you paid out, I think $700 or $800 million to people, and they don't need to forget that. And you told that nobody needs to do anything, and they will anyway receive something when this opportunity starts to build money. So at the end, I am with you guys, and that's it.
Awesome.
Jeremy, also the pre-launch, the leaders are going to be, maybe cover that. The leaders will get the first links for pre-launch and.
Yeah, early September. Once we have the website ready and tested to go, it's being developed as we speak, and going through that on a daily basis. So in September we hope to go live with the pre-launch, and we'll do it. We'll have materials. We'll have PowerPoint. We'll have video. We'll have all the tools. We're going to talk to you guys as leaders privately. It's one of the reasons why we're doing this forum. Again, if you go to IamAllIn.com. It should update here in the next few hours. You should see a form to fill out there. Those that fill out that form and say, yes, I'm in with you guys, we're gonna mark you as a leader. We're gonna say this is one of the founding leaders of our new launch. We're gonna reach out to you directly. We're gonna put some private groups together, and we're gonna build forward on that foundation of leaders. And so make sure you go to IamAllIn.com if you're in with us, and we're going to go build something special together, and that's you. Fill out that form so we have you identified. We know that you're part of the core team, and we'll be reaching out to you privately, and we'll have a lot of additional follow-up calls as we get closer to launch.
Jeremy, just one thing. I waiting for that movie that will call the success of the people who had faith.
Yeah.
So I know a lot of small things that you and Edward shared to me, and it's a crazy story. Thank you, Edward, that you believe in Endotech, and you pay from your pocket everything. So you are, in my eyes, big guys.
Thank you.
No matter what is happening and what people think, I know a lot of things that they don't know, and one day they will know.
Yes, I hope you still have your short. Daisy short says, "I told you so."
Yeah.
And one day we're gonna have to put it back into the event.
I have. And guys, just one thing at the end, you need to put some information in the group just for the people, that they know what is happening. You are here and so on in the official group. Maybe just few words and that's it.
Okay. Good. All right. Well, thanks. It was a long call today, but great call. So thank you guys for those of you that stayed on to the end. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
I just got a message from, we just got a message the site is working. So I think IamAllIn.com is working. So thank you. Thank you, Richard, for sending that message out.
Yeah, I already registered too. It works great.
Oh, awesome. Okay, cool. Perfect. Okay. Well, guys, have a great day. Thanks, everybody. And we'll talk again soon.
See you.
Thank you.
Your eyes are awesome. Rock stars.
Thank you.
Away.
Everybody.
Great.